As the new year begins, I decided to sit down and write down a few goals. You see, I turned 61 this January, and it got me thinking about several things, like enjoying life, lowering my stress levels, and retirement. Yes, the big R word. But am I ready? And more importantly, are my finances ready? The more research I do and the more opinions I read, well, the more confused I feel. But there was one thing I learned that stuck in my head and has pushed me in the direction of doing it sooner than later. And that was the number of healthy years you'll have in retirement. You know, I've been focusing on how long my money would last me during retirement. I mean, even when you talk to financial advisors, you know, it's time in the market, not timing the market, and they just want you to continue to put money in. They don't really focus on how many years, healthy years, you'll have in retirement to actually enjoy your retirement. While everybody's telling you it's probably best that you work till 67, that's so you can continue to save. Nobody tells you that, well, if you wait till you're 67, you'll probably only have 3 good years before shit hits the fan. So I want to give you a few things to think about when planning your retirement. And I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. These are just some things that you may not have thought about when planning your retirement. And it just might make you rethink some things. Your health. You only have so many healthy years, and there's less time than you think. You have less healthy mobile years than you realize. Researchers with Duke University's School of Medicine suggest that physical decline begins in your 50s and worsens as we age, especially for those who don't exercise. Both men and women in their 50s began to slip in their ability to stand on one leg and rise from a chair, and the declines continued in the next decade. Declines in walking speed and aerobic endurance became evident in the 60s and 70s. More physical activity was associated with less physical decline, especially in ages 60 to 79. So waiting to 67, you may only have 3 or 4 really good years, you know, to do all that travel and all the things you want to do before, you know, your knees start to get bad, or you become unsteady on your feet, or possibly you have family obligations. Yeah, there's a lot of responsibilities if you become a caregiver. And a lot of people end up retiring early because that's their new job. They're having to take care of a parent. So all those grandiose plans that you had to travel, visit your grandkids, take up a new hobby, they could all go by the wayside if other responsibilities head your way. Yeah, this one hits home for me hard because I see it coming. I have 2 things that could probably F up my retirement. You know, I have all these visions of things I want to do. And I'm thinking, holy shit, well, my mother is starting to head south, and my husband isn't ready to retire. So, you know, what am I going to do? Start traveling by myself? Life sometimes does not always happen as you would like it. So there's a lot of reasons to considering retiring early. And let me give you
some of them. One would be pursuit of a new career. Maybe you're tired of whatever it is that you do. You know, when you do something for 20 or 30 years, it becomes a grind. Maybe you've always wanted to do something else, like, I don't know, be a freelance photographer, little league coach, you know, teaching people how to paint. There's all kinds of things that people would like to do, and monetarily they may not have been lucrative, so you stayed in your regular career. But you know, retiring early, you could start tapping into your retirement funds and start a different career and have some supplemental income. A lot of people do that, something that they've always wished that they had done. Lifestyle. Maybe you've lived someplace like a big city or up in the cold, and you've always envisioned having a different lifestyle. Maybe you want to live in the mountains and go hiking. Maybe you want to live in a warm environment and walk the beach every morning. A lot of people, you know, fantasize about living in different places and often don't do it until they retire. So consider possibly moving that date up to enjoy the quality of your life. And maybe close enough is enough. I mean, everybody keeps giving you these numbers, or maybe you have one in your head. I need to have $1 million, or I need to have $2 million. You know, if you have a more lucrative lifestyle, obviously, you need more money to maintain that. Maybe you live a more modest lifestyle, and $1 million would do it. But maybe you're close. Maybe you only have $800,000, let's say, as an example. Maybe it's just close enough, and now might be the time, because you do have less time than you actually think. And a lot of people will tell themselves, oh, just one more year. And the old saying is, one more year gives you 3 more years of retirement. But really, does it? Well, I guess one more year of work means one more year you're not paying for retirement. One more year of work means you're saving another year for your retirement. But you also have one more year of stress, which will technically knock a year off your life. So there's that. So those are your 3 years. So kids, maybe you're close enough, because you can't make more time. Time is precious, and things really do start to go south as you get older, which is another good reason to take care of yourself. Most people don't realize how things start to crumble once you get past 60. And I know I want to continue to hike and spend time outdoors. There's lots of things I want to do. So when I reviewed all of these things, it really did resonate. It did resonate with me. It made me want to retire earlier. Now I just need to try to get the other half of my equation here to get it into his head, because he's not ready. And I know I am. So I'm not a financial advisor, and you should always speak to your financial advisor and make sure it makes sense for you. Put yourself on a budget, look at what your expenses are, and just work it in reverse. You know, estimate what you're going to be paying for expenses. When you get on Medicare, at least you're not going to have to pay for that health insurance. I never thought I would look forward to being 65 so that I don't have to pay my insurance bill, which is obscene. So, I don't know, it's a new chapter of life. I'm ready for it. I'm ready to do the things I want to do, and take care of myself. Do all the things I procrastinate about, like exercise. There's no work in the way. Well, I don't have any excuses anymore. But what about you? Are you thinking about it? Have you thought about it? Maybe you're somebody who's 30 years old watching this. You should be thinking about it now. One thing I did not have in my court as a young person is someone coaching me to save early on. And it's extremely important. Save, even if it's the smallest amount of money. Start saving early so you can retire early. And you know, you can collect Social Security at the age of 62. And I did some research on that too. As a matter of fact, on my other channel, I did create a video of the pros and the cons of collecting Social Security at 62. And I'll pop it at the end for you. Mind you, it's on my other channel, but it's still me, so you should enjoy it. And it's quite an eye-opener. If you're thinking about retirement, I'd love to know. Maybe put a comment below. Tell me what age you're thinking about doing it, and have you considered, doing it earlier. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe. I'd love to see you here again. This is a new channel for me, and I'd love to build a community where we can talk about all kinds of things. Today it's retirement. It happens to be on my mind, and I'm ready to jump in. And I hope I see you here on my next video. Hopefully it'll be in a week or less. Still getting my feet wet with managing 2 channels. Well, that's fun. Thanks for giving me part of your day. Take care.